Nicole Kidman is a woman who always shows class and control. When Nicole Kidman sets a boundary, it is very clear. She does things her own way. Nicole Kidman thinks people should be free to try things even if others are mean to them. Nicole Kidman is willing to deal with the things that happen because of her choices. Throughout her career, Nicole Kidman has worked with some famous people in Hollywood. Sometimes Nicole Kidman has walked away from things without looking. From movies like Eyes Shut and Moulin Rouge to really great projects like The Hours, Big Little Lies, and Being the Ricardos, Nicole's career is all about doing things just right. She does not try to be in the news all the time. Instead, Nicole likes to keep to herself and be strong without saying much. When Nicole's work is finally out, she wants people to see how hard she worked on it. She wants her movies to be noticed for the effort she put into them, like The Hours and Big Little Lies and Being the Ricardos. Nicole's career is full of movies like these. Nicole Kidman has worked with a lot of stars like Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Salma Hayek, Jude Law, and Alexander Skarsgård. The thing is, not all of these people are still working with Nicole Kidman. Here are 5 actors that Nicole Kidman has quietly stopped working with and the reasons why Nicole Kidman will probably not work with them again. Number 1. Salma Hayek. Nicole Kidman is usually very calm and composed. She does not often show people what she is really like when she is not acting. During Paris Fashion Week 2023, something happened that made people see a different side of Nicole Kidman. At the Balenciaga show, Salma Hayek touched Nicole Kidman's arm in a way, but Nicole Kidman pulled her arm away a little bit. It was a thing, but it got a lot of attention on social media. People looked at every picture, tried to figure out what was going on. Nicole Kidman did not say anything about what happened. Later, she posted a picture of a group of people, including Salma Hayek, on social media. Salma Hayek looked like she was not bothered by what had happened. Salma is known for being very diplomatic. She responded in a way with a caption that said, "We are all queens. Grace is power." This exchange was subtle and elegant. It showed a lot about Nicole. Nicole does not put up with behavior or people being fake friends. Nicole has boundaries that read quiet but very firm. When she pulled back, it said a lot about her. Salma and Nicole are queens who know that being graceful is a sign of strength. Number 2. Tom Cruise. Nicole and Tom Cruise were a deal in Hollywood in the 90s. They were young and beautiful. Everyone wanted to see them on the red carpet. They worked together on the movie Eyes Wide Shut. This movie was directed by Stanley Kubrick. It was a tough project that took a whole year to finish. The movie Eyes Wide Shut was a success. Even with this success, Nicole and Tom Cruise started to have problems in their relationship. This ended with Tom Cruise filing for divorce. He did this 2 months before they would have been married for 10 years. Tom Cruise and Nicole were supposed to celebrate their anniversary together. Nicole thought about how everything ended and how it made her feel. It took her a time to feel better. Now she does not like to talk about him. Nicole is busy making a career with tough roles. She never worked with Cruise again. For Nicole, moving on means forgetting about that time in her life. She does not want to think about it or see his name in the news with hers. Number 3. Brad Pitt. Back in the 90s, Brad Pitt and Nicole were like 2 people who were going to make it big in Hollywood. They went to the parties and hung out with the same people. Brad Pitt was friends with Nicole and Tom Cruise. Then Tom Cruise started to get really into Scientology, and that changed things. Nicole started to pull from Brad Pitt. They stopped going to events, and they never worked on a movie or anything like that again. When people asked Nicole about Brad Pitt, she was nice about it. You could tell she was not really close to him anymore. She did not seem mad or anything, she just seemed done with him. Brad Pitt and Nicole were just not connected like they used to be. The silence between Nicole and the other person just stayed that way. This shows that Nicole's way of dealing with people is to pull, not to make a big scene. This is how Nicole handles her relationships. In Hollywood, she just attaches herself. Number 4. Jude Law. When Jude Law and Nicole worked together on the set of Cold Mountain, they were really good on screen. When the cameras were not rolling, they did not get along. Jude Law likes to make things up as he goes. Nicole likes to plan everything out. This caused some problems. Then a magazine said that Jude Law and Nicole were having an affair, which was not true. Nicole got really upset about this. Took the magazine to court. She wanted to make it clear that she would not stand for people saying things about her. After that, Nicole never worked with Jude Law again. She kept her distance from Jude Law. Nicole's separation from them was not because she did not like them, because she needed to set boundaries and she saw things differently. This shows that Nicole is willing to end relationships when people's opinions start to affect the way she does things. Nicole wants to be in control. When someone else's story starts to change, that Nicole will cut ties with them, which is what happened in this situation with Nicole. Number 5. Alexander Skarsgård is someone who was on the show Little Lies. He and Nicole played a couple who were really mean to each other, which was very sad to watch. They were so good at acting that they both got noticed for Emmy Awards. The scenes they had to do were very hard on them both physically and emotionally. It was so tough that even when they were not acting, Nicole still felt the feelings from the role. When they had to talk to the press, Nicole did not want to say much. At the Emmys, when Alexander Skarsgård was happy and tried to celebrate with her, Nicole did not really want to join in. This moment was caught on camera. A lot of people saw it. Alexander Skarsgård and Nicole were in this situation together. It was clear that the experience of working on Big Little Lies had been very intense for both Alexander Skarsgård and Nicole. Nicole and her co-worker still work together for Season 2 flashbacks. When they were not on camera, they did not get too close emotionally. This is how Nicole likes it. She thinks that if you want to be close to her at work, you have to earn it. If someone crosses the line, Nicole will let them know they have to back off. She does this in a way, but she means it. Nicole likes to keep things professional. She does not let her feelings get in the way. She is very clear about what she will not do. Nicole Kidman's career is defined as much by her choices of collaboration as by the talent she shares the screen with. Her boundaries are precise and unwavering. Her disengagement subtle yet unmistakable. She does not revisit old chapters or offer explanations. Her silence alone communicates everything. For the actors she distances herself from, the message is clear. Once Nicole draws the line, it is final, leaving no room for spectacle, only quiet closure. When you look at Nicole Kidman and the other 5 actors, you can see something that's very clear. Nicole Kidman is in charge of her life, her job, and what people say about her. She shows this in ways like the things she does and does not say, and by keeping her distance when she needs to. Nicole Kidman makes it very clear what she will not do. She does not get mixed up in things that are not important. She does not talk about things that bother her, and she does not bring up old issues. The decisions Nicole Kidman makes both when she is working and when she is not are very consistent. This is not common in Hollywood. Nicole Kidman is committed to doing things right, being dignified, and being in control. Nicole's interactions with Hayek, Cruise, Pitt, Law, and Skarsgård show that real power is not always about what people say or do in public. It is about the decisions Nicole makes behind the scenes. Nicole's way of doing things reminds us that we can have influence and respect without making a show. One big decision can be more important than what's in the headlines. For Nicole, keeping a distance and being discreet is just as powerful as winning an award or giving a performance. Nicole's approach is really about being quiet and deliberate. That is what makes Nicole so powerful. For fans who want to understand the hidden strategies, the untold decisions, and the moments that define Hollywood's most enigmatic figures, Nicole Kidman's career offers a compelling blueprint. If you want more inside stories about Hollywood's biggest stars, their hidden dynamics, and the subtle ways they assert power, make sure to subscribe and stay updated. Because Nicole Kidman's world is as fascinating off-screen as it is on-screen, and there is always more to uncover. Nicole Kidman works with people and sets boundaries. It becomes pretty clear what she is like. You can see this in the way she deals with people like Salma Hayek, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Jude Law, and Alexander Skarsgård. With Salma Hayek, you can see that Nicole Kidman does not like to be uncomfortable even if it is a little bit. This is clear from the way she pulled back from Salma Hayek on the carpet. Nicole Kidman also went through a public and personal divorce from Tom Cruise. After that, she had to rebuild her career. She never worked with Tom Cruise again. Brad Pitt, who was once a good friend of hers, is not as close to her as he used to be. This happened when she decided to move on from some of her friendships. She also had some problems with Jude Law because they did not agree on some things related to their work. There were also some stories about them in the newspapers, which made things worse. Because of all this, they are not working together anymore. When it comes to Big Little Lies and her work with Skarsgård, things are different. The scenes they did together were very intense and emotional. They only happened while they were working. When the cameras stopped rolling, there was no friendship or warmth between them. Across all 5 actors, the pattern is the same. Nicole sets clear boundaries, protects her personal and professional space, and when the line is crossed, she steps back decisively, quietly, elegantly, and definitively. In Hollywood, Nicole Kidman shows that real power is about knowing what you will and will not do and sticking to it without making a deal about it, but still making it very clear. Her career is an example of being careful and working hard and picking the right jobs and people to work with. When Nicole Kidman decides not to work with someone, the message is simple. Respect her boundaries or leave her alone. Nicole Kidman does this quietly. You can tell she means it. If you want more inside stories about Hollywood's biggest stars, their secrets, and the moments you might have missed, make sure to subscribe and stay updated. You won't want to miss what's coming next.